Morning, Raj. I know you're probably driving, buddy. There's the link. Boy, what a day yesterday. Couldn't get up and really do a whole lot, so we just YouTubed it all day. Part of the night, anyway. Got the champ boys come down, got the chili done for the furnace, which is cool. It's burning a lot better. Things don't get smoked up in here a little bit. At least that way I done. Still got other things to do, but a little out of time, I guess. Waiting on the doctors. I go see one tomorrow, I think, or Tuesday. I don't know. My schedule's probably booked up. 18 degrees outside and sunny. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
And not a whole lot. Oh, Amanda, welcome in. Skip, buddy, you want to come up on panel? I'll throw the link out there. Uncle Lou, Eddie Gross, appreciate you all coming in.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, there's the
morning, Ernie.
Link already up. How you been, Roger?
I'm working like a circuit midget.
Yeah, I heard you was out there last night.
Yeah, I got in pretty late, but back at it this morning.
Yeah, I did have a doe come in last night, and probably around, I'll say maybe 1 o'clock or so, there's a real nice 8 walked up out there. Double hook, welcome in.
Morning, Uncle Lou and Skip Stewart, brother. I'm driving, so I won't can't see chat very well, but I'll stop to get gas here in a minute. But this is a lot safer than, and it keeps me
Awake.
Keeps me awake.
That's great, double hook. Glad you're gonna get them glasses, buddy. They ain't cheap.
Most of the guys that ordered the drift socks on Tuesday night have got them already.
Cool. Yeah. We can't talk about double hook no more. He's getting his glasses. He'll be able to see what we say.
Noted.
I didn't think it was going to get 18 degrees out there.
Yeah, it's cold this morning. I'd put an extra layer on. I was a little underdressed yesterday. I did all right, but
I reckon.
It's the wind. It's supposed to be real windy again today too, so it's the wind up here. It's cut through me.
Oh yeah, there ain't nothing up there to block the wind. If you go north of Columbus, you lose the buildings, and it's pretty much open.
Yeah, I'm usually right around Polaris Parkway, and Worthington for the most part. Yeah, get over to Westerville some.
Yeah, it's pretty bad up that way.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about the big matchup today? James River versus Tennessee River.
I don't know. It's going to be close. One's a little colder than the other, I believe.
Yeah.
Where's water temp?
Yeah, but that, to me, that as long as it's consistent, I don't feel that it really affects much.
Yeah.
Skip's in here and he'll tell you we catch more and bigger fish by far in the wintertime than we do the rest of the year.
Yeah, because it gets hot. It gets hot, them big ones that go to the bottom and stay there where it's cooler. Say Brian B. And all the other ones, they're warmed up and ready to go and need to grow. They need to eat. They know if they don't eat now, they won't when the big ones come out.
Yeah, I've cold weather has never slowed the James River down, in my opinion. I watch a lot of big fish come out of there all year, all winter long. Matter of fact, if you ask locals when is the best time to go to the James River catch a giant, they'll tell you January.
I think they caught a big one out at Deer Creek in January.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big flathead. That's when that guy caught that big one over there.
Well, that's rare, but it's possible. I believe old Chris Dowders put a big old flathead in the boat yesterday. I'm not sure. I mean, I think he was on the Ohio River, but I can't promise that. It was a big one.
I think you are all a little touched by Uncle Lou.
Who's Uncle Lou touching?
I don't know. He says y'all. You're all a little touched. I think he's softly touching people now.
Oh, well, he does have some manly hands, working on them planer boards and stuff. All that packaging tape he's got to go through. I bet he's got some calluses.
Yeah, they're a little dry.
Yeah.
He must have really did something to Brian. He told him to keep his hands to himself.
Well,
he could have been playing Duck, Duck, Goose, Brian.
Yeah. This little piggy's going to go wee, wee, wee all the way home.
Yeah. If it was Chris, I'd be worrying about him jumping off the chair.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun show to watch no matter what.
Gotcha, Amanda. Good morning, Dale. It's going to be different.
I've been teetering 50-50 on this ever since I announced it, but I think I'm leaning 60-40 Tennessee.
Yeah, I figured Daryl and them guys will pull it off. Oh, Dot. Good morning. Yeah, big flatheads just lay there double up. They eat whatever comes swimming by.
Yeah. Now we got a river. We got the Canal River that dumps into the Ohio there at Point Pleasant. I don't know what is different about that river. There's no warm water discharges. There's nothing out of the ordinary, but that river seems to give up flatheads all year long, even through the winter. Now, it slows down, obviously, but you can still catch them, even in the wintertime.
Yeah. Good morning, Ashley Bailey.
Morning. See Dale Hayes slip. Brian B. Good morning. Ashley. Good morning.
Uncle Lou said any flatheads caught around there in the cold water, it was snagged fishing for walleye.
Well, I cannot. You say behind a wing dike?
Yeah.
Yeah. There used to be a guy, I think he was Michigan, that would catch flatheads through ice. And I know a lot of people gave him flack about it, telling him, saying he was lying or there ain't no way and this, that, and the other. So he's put out some videos of him catching flatheads through the ice. So like, it freeze over, I don't know, small river or small creek or something like that. And he would walk over and get it all up in the brush pile or log jam, and he would knock a hole in it, and he would drop baits right down in it. I mean, just like you were in a boat. And he caught flatheads in the mouth.
Yeah, he probably had one of them handheld fish finders too. That would help out a lot. After you pop the hole.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
That'd be one way of doing it.
I'm not doing it, but I'm not saying I wouldn't fish on ice, but I don't think I would dedicate my time to seeing if a flathead would bite. I'd go after something else.
Yeah. Wow, $708 for a pair of glasses.
Woo! You better be able to see the future.
Yeah. You can after you put them on and get them home. That means you're broke for a while.
Yeah.
Welcome in, NJ.
NJ, did you say NJ was in the house?
Yeah.
Good morning, brother.
Ashley. Yeah, I might get Skip to look at that and pin threes I got. See if
I'm getting ready to send him home with a couple reels of mine. My Abu Beast reel. It needs cleaned anyway, but it's making a clicking noise. I'm not sure where it's coming from. And it just like Skip told me, we're both kind of curious of why the heck these reels are so expensive. What is in there that makes them worth $400?
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I mean, it is a smooth reel, but I just can't see $400 worth of reel in it.
No.
And I never paid that for it, by the way.
It really gets me to see how much they're charging for the 7,000s to begin with. I mean, the ones in Japan are $125, and the other ones they're like $250. I just can't see it.
Yeah, I like my Penn reels, but the Penn Squalls, even if you go on Penn's website, they're basically a trolling reel.
Yeah.
You can cast them. They don't cast great, in my opinion.
No,
I mean, you can throw them, but they're not the smoothest casting. You're not going to get the most distance out of a pin, in my opinion. But when you're in a boat, you don't really need to throw 100 miles, so that's not a big deal. And when it comes to power and everything else, like craftsmanship, man, those things are tough.
Yeah, I know that one pin I had. You can't throw it very far, even on a 15-foot rod. I can just about get where my other ones throw with a 12-foot rod. I mean, you really have to whip it out there.
Right.
And if you put it on a short pole, stiff short pole, it makes great boat poles easy. You can drag with those all day long and not have no problem.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Jimmy.
As far as line capacity, hey, we got Murillo in the house. What's up, buddy?
Yeah. Murillo said something when he was talking about them reels. He said they rubbed those reels with a rabbit foot.
Oh, man. Make them lucky, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I think that.
It ain't too lucky. The rabbit's only 3 legs now. Poor fellow. Yeah, I was up down all night. Every time I went to the restroom, I looked out the window to see if anything was out there. I was just biding my time. Oh, who's this cat here coming up here? Oh, look, it's Double Hook.
Oh,
hey,
no.
Guys.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Hang on, I got to switch back over.
I've gone 3.5 weeks without being able to see anything, and it's awful.
I can't imagine, brother.
I broke my glasses because my Doberman headbutted me.
Wow.
And then I fixed them enough to stay on my face for about a day, but then they broke. Even the frames just finished off. The super glue wouldn't hold the metal frame.
Wow.
And then that time the lens fell out and broke the lens, so I was kind of up a creek.
We're a Doberman family ourselves. My dad has bred and raised Dobermans my entire life.
Yeah. I got a red European, and she's 6 months old now, and she weighs 58 pounds.
Woo!
So she'll be like her mom. Her mom's 73. So.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'll tell you what, I went to the eye doctor and I said, hey, I need new glasses. And they're like, oh, well, we can get you an appointment in 2 weeks. And then so I went to the different eye doctor and they're like, well, we can get you in 3 days. And then I was like, okay. So I got in there and then I got my prescription done and everything. And they're like, yeah, you need some new glasses for sure. They said yours are broken. And trying to drive to Hutch holding up a lens, looking through one eye wasn't very fun. But I got my glasses, and then when they gave me the bill, they said $708, and I went, holy crap, they were only $400 3 years ago. And he was like, yeah, now that Medicare accepts and pays for people's glasses, it has doubled the price of glasses because we only get reimbursed 45%, so we had to up the cost for everybody so we can get our money.
Yeah. Aaron.
So, but $708 later, I look just as ugly as I always did.
Yeah, I got lucky when Chrissy got hers. She could see now. I asked them if they could put something in there to mess them up. But, I'd still pay the same price. Just don't give her a good pair of glasses. They said, why not? I said, I'll probably be in divorce court in a couple of days. Welcome in, Sheila.
So y'all was talking about flatheads in the winter. I think the reason why people don't catch a lot of flatheads in the winter is they just don't target them in the right way.
Welcome in, Big Mike.
Because here in Kansas, all my flathead guys here in Kansas, they pull out their biggest ones in January and February, and they still catch numbers. They just said they're harder to find.
Well, most of our blues, when it gets cold water and normally we got decent flow, we are on anchor fishing cover, brush piles, log jams, rock piles, whatever we could find that they could hide in. That's what we're targeting, and that's exactly what you target for flatheads. And,
yeah.
So I'm putting bait in the exact same spot I would expect a flathead to be in, but I'm pulling out blues.
Yeah. Well, sometimes them blues will get in there and chase them flathead too. I know people say that they, the big cats usually chase like channels of bullheads, but I have caught 15-pound blue with a 2-pound flathead in his mouth. So blues will eat anything.
Right.
Yeah, when I caught that blue, the only thing sticking out of his mouth was the tail, and then he tried to eat the bluegill that I had too. So
I've done
that fish is hungry when he's eating something that he still ain't got all the way choked down the other one.
Yeah, I've seen that exact same thing happen. Blue had probably a 2-pound channel cat in his throat and ate my bluegill.
Yeah. Well, the funniest thing I've ever seen as far as walleye and catfish is there was a fish floating on the water while we were out at Cheney Reservoir here in Kansas, and we paddled up to it, and it was about a 40-pound blue cat. And in that blue cat's mouth was a big walleye, and all the walleye's back fin was stuck out of the side of that blue cat's mouth. And they were dead, but you can see
right.
That walleye. I don't know how big that walleye was because you only seen half of it sticking out of the fish, but the half that was sticking out was 13, 14 inches long, and the fins were in its mouth. So it was a big walleye.
Bit off more than you can do.
But also here in Kansas, all of our stuff is reservoirs. We don't have big moving water that we can put a boat on. I mean, there's like 2 lakes that you can fish the river north of the lake. You ain't putting a boat in any of our rivers for sure.
Yeah, the ones we got around here is about like, Scioto, it's hit and miss on it. It ain't real deep. You do find some good holes once in a while, but you got to run them. Everywhere reservoirs just like you got, or we go to Ohio.
Yeah. Well, and the bad thing is all of our rivers are less than a foot deep. So you can walk our rivers. You can walk our rivers and fish the big holes that are under the trees, because there'll be washout holes that are 8-10 feet deep underneath trees, the fallen trees and stuff. But most of our river And then when you go 40 miles upstream, the river's dry all the way to Colorado. So it still flows underground, but.
Thank you, Sheena. Appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Good morning, Chad. You're probably driving.
So what's the tournament going on today?
We got the River Wars. So today is the James River. It's a bracket style tournament. Today we got the James River versus the Tennessee River.
And is that going to be on your channel, Muskrat?
No, I believe today is it's Palmetto Cat's channel.
Okay.
I think this too. Welcome
Palmetto
in, Dave.
Cat. Woo, here's it. I gotta stop and get gas. I just found it for $3.23. That's the cheapest I've seen in
I got it for $3.05 yesterday.
I got an alert yesterday on my Gas Buddy app, says gas prices are dropping nationwide.
Yeah. I guess I better not say nothing on Ernie's channel. After Tuesday's event, the gas should drop.
Oh, yeah.
A week ago Tuesday, anyway.
You know what? I got some fruitcake in there last night in my room talking about. He actually put us on his channel, and we're doing our live. Something about criminal, something other. I booted him out of the room. That makes twice he's been in my lives. Morning, Shirley T.
Yeah. So how you been doing, Ernie?
I can't.
Health-wise.
I still can't do nothing until a doctor gets me lined out. Other than they let me out, and I'm taking 800 milligrams of one pill, and I'm only supposed to be taking 200 a day. So he said it can damage your liver, your lung, kidneys, something else. Well, that's good to know, you know. My own doctor trying to overdose me. Welcome in, Hogleg. But as soon as they get it lined out, he said, if there ain't no major problems, he said you should be back to doing what you want to do.
Right on.
He said it's just going to take time, pretty much. I get up, move around about 10, 15 minutes, my knees go out. I'm done. My legs is like noodles. I got to sit down. And it gets real irritating.
Yeah. Trust me, I know about aching body.
Oh, it ain't too much aching. It's just I can't get up and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
I took 4 rod holders off the boat, 2 brackets, and I was done. I had to sit down. That's not working.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't get much done if you can only work 10, 15 minutes at a time.
Yeah. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I'll let you know about it when Chrissy gets up. I don't know the name of it. I'm on like 12 to 13, 14 pills in the morning and evening. So I really couldn't think of which one it was off the top of my head. Avid, welcome in. Yeah,
so you haven't even been able to go fishing really or anything yet, have you?
Just where I can pull up and jump out the truck's about it. I normally go over to a place you gotta walk over the bank, but well, there's Chris. She's got that oxygen bottle, all the gear we have to pack out from the truck, or I do. If she slips and falls over there, it'd be rough getting her back up that bank.
Yeah, well, that's not fair to either one of you, really.
Myself, I go over there, I'll do it because I'm used to falling. That's normal. I mean, I'm getting like Cody. Poor fella. But yeah, I fall down the hills all the time when I'm out ginsenging, not paying attention to what I'm doing. Especially something jumps up and hits you in the leg, you're jumping no matter what. Yeah, that's about the way it is.
So is Chrissy, is she doing good too, or?
She still issues with that oxygen stuff. Sometimes she can walk to the other end of the house and back, no problem. Other times she goes 20 feet and she has to be on the oxygen.
Mm. Well, are you staying off them cigarettes?
I ain't smoked since I went in the hospital.
Good deal. I wondered if you'd ever picked it back up.
Oh, believe me, I wanted to. I still do. Yeah, it kind of sucks, hog leg. If it was parts for a truck, depending on what it is, I could probably do it. It'd just take me a little while longer. I've got everything to do my boat right here, the paint, the stripper, and everything sitting here on top of this aquarium. I got the carpet in the garage. I got the glue over by the door, so it's just a problem of getting it there. Even got a gallon of acid that I can use on my tunes if I wanted to.
So you're gonna redo the whole boat?
Yeah. I'm ripping it down, rails, flooring. I'm going to polish the tunes or acid them and then polish them. I'm going to do it all.
Right on.
I mean, the seats might not look, I might not even put no seats on it. I might just use the camping chairs I got. That way it frees up a lot of space on your deck. I can build live wells and storage boxes. I'll put them on there and have like a padded seat on top of them.
Yeah, my buddy, he just in the spring he ripped his whole pontoon boat down. The deck was rotten. He ripped all the seats off because they were all rotten, and he put a whole new deck on it. And then we went to go take it out, and we thought, well, we'll take it up to the mechanic and have them go, get her going again because it's been setting for like 8 years. And the mechanic looked at it and was like, well, it don't have no compression. And and I was like, well, it's only got 2 cylinders and it is a 2-stroke, so it's not going to have much compression to begin with. And the guy just didn't want to work on 2-stroke. So then I got to looking into it. And the only thing that's wrong with that engine is it just needs to have the carbs redone. There's the reason why I didn't have no compression is because he had the compression relief valve open. It's got a pressure button on it to where if it gets too hard to turn or vapor locks or whatever, you can just pop that button and take the pressure out of the cylinder. Well, the thing was half stuck open when the guy was doing his compression test. So I told my buddy, I was like, well, I have no faith in him. Bring the damn boat over here and I'll try to get the motor go back to. I said the worst thing you're going to have to do since you winterized it a long time ago, you might have to replace the water pump because those are usually plastic blades or rubber blades. And then you might have to go through the carbs. And he's like, well, that's not that hard, is it? And I was like, well, bring the boat over and I'll find out. Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be no different than the ones from the 50s and 60s. I mean, it's a 98 model.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't doing no polar slide. Not yet. I might try something.
Yeah, unfortunately. Go ahead.
Hey, Ogie, good morning. Welcome in. Go ahead, Roger.
I was going to say, unfortunately, that's the way most boat mechanics are now. They won't touch anything 2-stroke anymore. If it's after a certain year or if it's 2-stroke, they throw their hands up.
Yeah, this guy was like, well, I did 2-strokes for years. And he's like, I gave it up in the early 2000s. And we just kind of asked him why. And he said, parts availability. Then he tried to tell me that you couldn't get no parts for this Evinrude. And I jumped online, and within 30 seconds, I found everything that you needed to rebuild the entire motor. Bearings, pistons, everything. So I told him the guy must have not really wanted to do it or just didn't look too hard or something. And so we'll see if we can get it going. If not, we'll just have to find another 40 or 50 horse to throw on that pontoon.
Good morning, Melissa. Appreciate you coming in, sis.
We wanted to buy a new one, but it's $7,000 for a 50 horse. I wasn't about all that.
Yeah, I've got a 90 Johnson 2-stroke, and I've got one mechanic that I trust that can touch it, and everyone
Yeah.
else was like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, when the guy tried to tell my buddy Jason that it had no compression and stuff, and I said, well, if it has no compression, it could be because of just setting. It could be because of this. It could be, and then we found that the pressure relief valve was pulled.
Yeah.
I was like, no. I was like, we just need to fix this ourselves or find something new. So, but when he redid his, he just left it all open. He's like, if anybody wants to sit in a chair, they can put up one of the pull bass seats or something.
Yeah, I know where there's a 90 at, but I don't know much about the two-cycle motors on where his boat goes. I never even got into messing with them.
You know, the carburation system and stuff, those are pretty easy, but when you get into internals on the two-strokes, they're a little bit different. Some of them don't even have valves. They have cutaways in the side of the cylinder. As the piston gets to a certain point, the exhaust exits out the side of the cylinder.
Yeah, this 90 looks real clean, but it ain't been running a couple of years. And this will be the second winter I knowed about it. So,
well, the other thing is with this engine, my buddy bought this boat with only like 80 hours on it. And in the 20 years he's had it, he's probably only put 80 or 100 hours on it. So there ain't no reason that it should have, burned out walls yet on the cylinders or the piston to where it's losing compression. It's got to have something in there that, was wrong. And then, like I said, we found that stupid valve, and I was like, this dude didn't know what he was talking about.
yeah.
Right.
Well, go ahead, Roger.
I was going to say, if it's sitting that long, your rings and stuff can seize up on it until it starts getting moving around. It's.
Well, the guy said he had it running for about a minute, and he said it smoked like crazy, and it was just making all kinds of. I said, well, at least the guy got it running because that'll prove that it'll at least run. I said, I bet you put a couple heat cycles in there, and everything will loosen up and tighten back up, and get where it needs to be. And I was like, we need to just dump a couple things of seafoam in it or Barrowmans or something and just run it in a bucket or with the hose attached to it, the muffs, and just let it run for an hour and see what it does. I says, if it blows up, well, we're not any further aware of where we are right now. And then it's got that engine actually has a oil injector on it. And sometimes those are the problems on those. They don't give it enough oil, so it can, wear out walls and stuff. But he never had a problem with the oil injector. It always worked.
Yeah,
I told him eliminate the. Yeah, I said that's what I told him. Delete it and just mix your dang gas. I said, are you that lazy you can't dump a thing? I was like, you got a 5-gallon tank. Get a bottle that's made for a 5 gallons, dump it in there, and fill up your 5-gallon tank.
Yeah, people don't like to do math. They're like, well, I only need 3 gallons. How much do I?
Get the 5. Just fill the thing up so you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always tell me on the chainsaw it's easier to change the spark plug than it is to buy a new saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I used to do I used to do small engine chainsaw repair, lawnmowers, things like that years ago. So, I mean, I'm the kind of guy that if I see a chainsaw at a garage sale for $20 or less, I'll just buy it because I can resell the bar and the chain for that. And I'll get most of the time I'll get them running to where they'll run nice and clean. And it usually is just, cracking the fuel line, a spark plug, they got too much gunk in it. Something, but they're usually easy fixes. Now you don't rebuild the carburetors on chainsaws no more. That's ridiculous to spend $100 worth of labor to rebuild a carburetor. You just buy a new carburetor already rebuilt for $70 and you put it on instead of spending the labor to have it rebuilt.
Yeah, I've tinkered with some of them. I've got a weed eater out there that the clutch mechanism, when you pull it, it's not flipping out and catching the flywheel. And I gotta get in there and see if that's actually what it is. It could be something else.
Yeah.
But the
And
guys,
on that, a lot of times those just get gummed up where they need to be all blown out and spray some brake clean in there and some air and get all the gunk out.
yeah, it could be that. It's a little 4-cylinder. I've got two nice a 2-cycle and a 4-stroke weed eater heads out there Troy built. I just gotta find a couple shafts to put them on.
It's too late to worry about weed eaters now.
Yeah.
There's always somebody needing a haircut. Now, come on.
You gonna give out free haircuts with the weed eater, Ernie?
Yeah, I want to see if I'm still pretty good at it.
I feel sorry for the guy that gives up the first try.
Well, Rustic's mowing his grass this time of year. He said it won't die out.
Yeah, but Rustic's got that nice fancy grass. That stuff stays green all winter, I think.
I got country boy grass. It ain't grass, it's weeds actually.
We ain't had enough rain. We ain't had enough rain to even have the weeds.
No, mine grew pretty good this year. I mean, when I was in the hospital, I come back, it was knee high.
No, I think we only mowed like twice this whole summer, or 3 times. But we did only have like 3 inches of rain all year.
Yeah, it's rough.
Hogleg, those 70-horse Johnsons, man, those are some fantastic motors. 3-cylinder, and they're easy on gas.
And they run forever.
Yeah. Yeah. The only bad thing is like, I guess those motors are sought after by people that race like little boats or something.
Yeah, those little 12-foot boats.
Yeah. So they've been bought up pretty bad by the guys that are souping them up and running, for racing. But those are great motors. I'm running my boat. I run a 1979 Johnson 9.9 kicker motor. That thing will start after about 2 pulls, 3 pulls if it's been sitting for a long time. It'll start on the first pull if you've had it running within a week or 2.
And then you can actually troll slow enough.
Yeah. Well, a couple of lakes I go on there are 9.9 restrictions, and
yeah, I forget you guys have that stuff up there.
I just turn it on and set it straight to where the boat's going pretty straight, and then I steer with the trolling motor. I use my remote.
Be right back.
You don't even have to turn the motor on. Just believe it or not, the little 3-inch skag sticking down underneath the trolling motor is enough persuasion to get to front of the boat to move.
Enough of a rudder.
Yeah.
Just on the front of the boat instead of the back.
Yep. I'm only going like 7 miles an hour, but.
Yeah, but with that little kicker motor, you can get down to like 1/4 mile, 1/2 mile an hour drift troll.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to be slower for them cats, especially this time of year if you're going to bump or drift for cats this time of year. See, in our blue cats here in South Central Kansas, our blue cats, they're in like 5 feet of water during the day this time of year, and then they move out back deeper. What's funny though is a lot of people, they want to go fishing for the blue cats at night, but this time of the year you get more bites between noon and 3 o'clock than you do any other time. But it's all within bank fishing distance. So, I mean, granted, most of them are 5-pound blues, but you're still catching something.
I'd rather catch 5-pound fish than no pound fish.
Yeah. Well, I think my biggest fish this whole year was only like 11 pounds.
Ouch.
That was the one that I caught like 2 months ago up at Sterling. And that was in a 10-acre lake. And I caught that. It was 11-pound channel. I think that's my biggest fish all year.
Here's my thing, and I actually plan on talking about this on Tuesday night, but is expectations. You know, people look at other people's Facebook pictures or online pictures, whatever type, TikTok or whatever you're on, and they look at these other people that are catching these big fish or lots of fish. They compare themselves to them. Well, if your expectation is unrealistic, you're just setting yourself up for failure.
Oh yeah, you'll never have fun.
Yeah, if your body of water, so I'm just going to use my river as an example. My river in my area, like a 40-pound fish, that's a trophy fish. 50 pounds, you're getting up in like uncharted waters. 60 pounds, nah, we don't catch 60 pounders except for Skip. He caught 2.
Yeah.
70 pounds down by J-Dog, that's over 100-pound class fish in most other areas. That's just our expectations are, we're going to catch 20 and 30 pounders are great fish in our area because the potential only goes to 50.
Yeah, and see, that's kind of the same here. Here around my area where I'm at, if you catch a 25-pound fish, that's probably a once a year thing, and that's if you fish a couple 3 times a week. Right. If you go out to the reservoirs and you target the big giant, fish, if you're trying to target something 40, 50 pounds, because here 50 pounds is considered a really big fish. Even though we have 100 and some pound blue cat record here in Kansas, and then our flathead's even the same, it's over 100 pounds for the record. But those are up at like Milford and Tuttle Creek. Those aren't down here, 3 hours away from there. I mean, where I'm living at, my deepest lake's only 32 foot. Right. So, and that's a 5,000 acre lake that's only 32 foot deep. So, I mean, that's a pretty good sized lake. And you go out there and you might catch, 30 to 50 pounders, but if you're catching those, you're the guy that has the side sonar. You're looking for you're looking for them laying on the bottom, all that. Everybody else, I mean, if I go out and I catch a 5-pound catfish, I feel great. Of course, if I catch a bunch of little ones, I feel good too. But I won't eat anything bigger than 3 pounds, as far as catfish. And I'd rather not eat catfish at all. But that's because our catfish here are so full of parasites, it's not funny. But the blues don't have them. For some reason, the blues here, they don't get the parasites. It's always the channel cat. Huh. So, I've caught a couple small juvenile blues that had a couple bumps on them, but the channel cat here looked like they got, leprosy. I mean, there's people, and then you get those people that are like, oh, just fry it and cook it anyways. It's all right. I'm not me, buddy. I'll get to where when I fillet them fish, I'll hold them up to the light and look through them and see if there's any spots in there. But yeah, like you were saying, around here, if a guy catches a 50-pound fish, everybody knows about it. I mean, it's on, sometimes even on the news channel. So yeah,
I guess that's kind of what I was getting to was, be realistic with what your expectations are.
Yeah.
And don't compare yourself to everyone else, because unless you go to both extremes, it's kind of life in general. If you compare yourself to somebody else and they've got, lots of nice things and they're doing well, and you're like, man, I wish I had this or had that. If you're going to compare yourself to one extreme, make sure you go to the other side too, because in someone else's eyes, your life is extravagant and lush because there are so many others that have far less or less fortunate than you are. Same thing and goes to fishing. You try to compare yourself to all the guys out there that are killing it, but you're not realistic with your expectations. You're just gonna ruin it for yourself.
Welcome in 205, Lisa Elliott.
Yeah, when I go fishing, my goal is don't get skunked.
That's a good goal.
That's the only goals I ever set. Either that or, I might go out and try to catch a, 15-inch crappie or something, but that's not too hard to do around here. I mean, I've had trouble lately. I've only caught, 8 this year that's gone over 15. But there again, 8 15-inch crappie, those are huge if you get up further north.
Right.
I mean, I know,
a big crappie here.
yeah. And my biggest crappie that I've caught here was like 18 and a half and weighed 3.5 pounds. But that was also out of a private pond. So
that's a good fish no matter where it comes from.
Yeah. I think pretty much our average crappie are about 12 inches here.
So our expectations when we start out the day fishing, we're going after the biggest fish in the water. And as the day goes on, our expectations go down. We're like, man, I just want to catch a fish, like anything.
Then that last 10 minutes when you don't have nothing, you're like, start fishing for bluegill so you can catch something, don't get skunked. That's what we do. But hey, it was great seeing you guys. It's great seeing you, Ernie. I haven't been able to see nothing for a month.
Yeah, it's cool,
I don't know if seeing Ernie was a good thing or not, but
you're probably right
luckily,
about that.
Oh, it's still good seeing everybody. I'm going to try to catch up with everybody this weekend and watch stuff. You said that the Palomino was or Palmetto. Yeah, Palmetto. You said that's whose channel was going to be hosting that today, right?
Yeah. I believe it's 9:00.
Let me see if I can find it here.
Yeah, well, I got his notification on and stuff. Yeah, since I haven't been watching lately, I've had in one day I'll get 30 some notifications from YouTube, and I'll have to give the phone to my wife so she can get out of them all. There was one day I said I didn't look at my phone for 3 days, and it said that I had 99 plus notifications from YouTube. So, but now I got me some new specs, so at least I haven't even tied any jigs or anything because I couldn't see.
I'm glad you got straightened out, buddy.
Yeah, well, I am too. It's just going to take me a couple months to recoup from the cost.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having to dish that kind of money out right now.
Well, I got some extras. I got the, transition, so it changes in it. And also I got progressive because I wear a trifocal, but with the progressive, it's, infinite. So it makes it better. And that adds some cost to it. But I mean, my glasses 3 years ago were only $380. And then when they told me that they doubled because of the Medicare program, they said now that everybody gets glasses, they had to do that because they only get paid 45%. So they upped the cost on everybody. That way it fills in what they're losing now. And I was like, well, ain't that insurance fraud? And they're like, nope, we're allowed to do it. And I guess, whatever. Yeah, it just makes all the rest of us have to pay for all that stuff.
That's right. I seen a meme that had is a Walmart logo, but instead of saying Walmart, it had Biden's name on there. It said, "Pay more, live worse."
Yeah. Well, here's another thing. Most people don't know, but they when they show these Medicare commercials online or on TV, they tell you, oh, well, you get a benefits card to where you can get $150 in groceries and things like that. With all that happening now, there's so many people that actually, that are on Medicare that could never, get food stamps or anything like that. Well, now they get $150 to $175 a month in healthy food. So, but here's the thing is if you go with United health plan, on the back of that, it says Walmart only. You can only spend that money. That's how Walmart this last year tripled their revenue because now they accept those. And if you're on like United, which 70% of the people that have Medicare are on United, and they get that healthy benefits card if they qualify for the dual complete care stuff, then you go to Walmart and you buy your groceries. But on the back of it, it says Walmart only. I mean, it doesn't say only, but it says Walmart and what have you. And you can only use that card at Walmart. It doesn't get slid through the card reader or nothing. They have to scan the back of it. There's a barcode on the back that they have to scan with their scanning tool that puts it in and gives you the discount.
Wow.
Did not know that.
Yeah. But that right there, just, you know, it's a plus to some people, and, you know, it is needed, but when they start adding all that stuff on, who do you think is paying for all that? It's everybody that isn't on Medicare.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Sam Walton would roll over in his grave if he saw the things that being done with the company.
Yeah.
I worked for Walmart for 17 years.
Yeah.
Well,
I've got friends that work for Walmart now, and their one of our friends, her boss calls her stupid all the time, you know, and she tries to report it, and they say that it's, you know, that there's nothing that can be done about it. So, and then they when she did complain, they ended up taking her from straight 6 hours to now they give her 3 hours. She has to go home for 3 hours and then come back for 3 hours.
She needs to call Bentonville. Home office.
I told her she needed to get with HR and figure something out, because she's not. I said that's not right.
It's too late for that.
I know.
Home office.
Yeah, I know a few people that have worked for our local Walmarts, and we've got 3 of them within 30 miles of us. And in my small town, 3,600 people, you got to go out of town to get a job. And most people work for Walmart. They have nothing but problems. I hear nothing but horror stories. And the bad thing is like me, I have no other place to shop. I mean, I either go to Walmart and I spend $4 for a hamburger, or I go to my local grocery store and spend $7. So where do you think I'm going? I'm going to Walmart. Yeah. And, you know, that's kind of how they get us all stuck with it. You know, people like us that live in rural areas where you got to drive 30 miles just to go get groceries anyways, you know, you're going to go to Walmart.
Yeah, try to buy everything you need for the month. That way you don't have to go back.
Ernie, we got to change the subject. This is getting depressing.
Yeah, fishing. We need to get back on fishing. Of course, fishing sometimes depressing too.
Living in, man. I hope you're feeling better.
So, when was the last time you was out, Muskrat? You was out just the other day, wasn't you?
I think last time I was out was on Hoover when we did that live stream.
Yeah, I seen something pop up the other day with your name on it, but like I said, I didn't watch nothing because I'm sitting here like this to the phone trying to see stuff. My eyeball 2 inches away from it.
My goal is to be live on Monday. I want to fish on my birthday.
Your birthday is Monday?
Yeah, I want to try and get a blue cats for my birthday.
How old you going to be?
Oh, man. The way I see it, you're only young once, but you could be immature forever.
Well, don't you think it's a hard question for him to answer? He don't even know.
Because he don't even know how old he is?
Yeah. See, I don't know what day it is because I put Sunday in for the thing here on this video. Melissa thought she was seeing things there for a minute.
Now I'll be 45.
Yeah, I figured I knew we were about the same age. I'll be 50 my next birthday, so we're close.
Wow, I'm older than both y'all. That's sad.
Yeah, we knew that.
That's sad.
Sorry, Ernie.
I don't know. I feel like a puppy in the dog pound.
Well, the thing about it is, you know, the boys tell me all the time, Dad, you're just so old, and I'm like, I'm not even there yet. I may look old.
I'm not old. I'm just broke down.
Yeah,
I'm a good mule. Morning, Buck. Oh, how'd that go? Bleep, bleep, bleep. Hello, Buck.
Chrissy wore you down over the years, huh?
Yeah, she broke me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, that honeydew list will sometimes get you.
Oh, I didn't say nothing to you. That was double
He's
hook.
backpedaling. She's got the cast iron skillet.
She just woke up. She can't find the coffee cup yet.
Oh, that's awful.
Shots fired before your eyes is open.
News crew's going to be at Ernie's later.
Yeah.
Woman beat man with frying pan because she couldn't find her coffee cup.
Yeah. That's one good thing about Hogs. They made cars back then.
What do you say?
That's about right, yeah, man.
So when are you going fishing, Buskrat?
My goal is to be live on Monday.
Monday? Okay.
Yeah. That's my goal.
I'll make sure I try to pop up and see.
I like.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I like going live on Mondays and Tuesdays. People going back to work, and people pop in and get a break away from whatever they're doing.
Yeah, I went live a couple Friday mornings doing the jig tie and coffee thing, and I did that a couple times. Then I went to my son's wedding, and then of course got back and then broke my glasses and haven't done it since. But I want to get back into doing the coffee and jigs on Friday morning, get that going. But I want to do some lives. The last time I tried to go live, StreamYard said I couldn't go live. It wouldn't let me. It said I exceeded my hours and that they wanted me to buy a yearly service. So I'm going to have to figure something out with that because they wanted $200 and some for the year.
No, you can pay a monthly. You pay a monthly.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
because of how many.
Go ahead.
Because of how many hours I use, and I'm, the tournaments and stuff I was doing, I upgraded to the $25 a month package, which actually I ended up going up to $34 because I added moderators, or not really moderators, but like Jeremy's my co-host, so he has admin features, and like Becca's helped me out with a lot of tournaments, so I made her an admin. Stan has, so there's a handful of folks. You have to pay extra if you want those folks to have administrative abilities on your channel.
Yeah, of course you'd have to really. The people that you named sound. I mean, I those people are, I wouldn't have a problem with, but you got to be careful with some of that stuff. You get somebody on there that don't get mad at you and start posting all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mike. Yeah, we're live again.
Mike Greenwell, what's up, buddy?
So if you you can get the monthly service on the StreamYard, then right on.
Yeah. I actually think there's a $10 plan too. I haven't looked at it much. I think Jody said that there was a discount or some kind of code or something. I don't remember the details. But yeah, you can definitely pay monthly. I think I paid $20 or $25 a month, and then recently I moved up an extra $9.
I could never figure that out on that $10 plan. I had to pay the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I still had to pay the full amount.
Yeah, the plan that they were trying to get me to go for was the $20 a month something.
Yeah, but they wanted you to pay for a whole year at once. You could break that down to monthly payment. Okay.
Yeah, that'd have to be the only after spending the money I did this last couple of weeks.
Yeah. I spent $35 a month on StreamYard. I spend $13 a month, almost $14 a month on YouTube Premium. I spend another $12 or $13 a month on Canva Pro. That's my thumbnail maker. I spend another, I think it's $9.99 or $12. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, who's your thumbnail maker?
That's an app called Canva.
That's what I struggle. That's my biggest problem is thumbnails. I struggle. I usually just take a picture of myself or a clip out of the deal and throw it on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tried to add all the words and all the fancy stuff and then cut around my body and all that to do. I cannot figure it out.
It's not easy.
Canva, the free version, you could do a lot with the free version. The paid version does give you a lot more options, but as far for just basic stuff, Canva for free is good. I mean, it does a good job.
Right on.
It's Canva. It's like a purple icon. It's a free download, and the app is free unless you decide you want more fancy stuff, which I eventually went ahead and started trying to get some more fancy stuff.
Well, also, I put out a couple feelers to some of the colleges around here trying to find somebody wants to help build my website and stuff. And I had one guy that was willing to do it, but then he kind of screwed me over. So now I'm scared.
Yeah. Well, I'm very fortunate. I've got some channel members that, they help me pay for all this stuff that it takes to, put these shows together and whatnot. So I'm very blessed having people that, that have jumped on the membership side. So can't say it's all coming out of my pocket. Every dime I get from YouTube goes back into YouTube something.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how it should be at first, I suppose. Until you get like some of these guys that have 500,000 subscribers, then you can probably do what you want.
I was gonna say, if you start out, if you get on YouTube thinking you're gonna get rich, you're you got better expectations than I do if you think that. Yeah, no, I just honestly, if somebody leaves a comment on a video or sends me a message and say, dude, man, thanks for that tip, or man, I appreciate what you did, or like this last week I shared a super good buy on drift socks. They sold out. I showed them the website and the price they had, and they sold out in like 10 minutes.
Right on.
And
they should send you a pair of socks.
Morning, Val. I hope you get to feeling better, girl.
Yeah, for me, if somebody just says, thanks, man, I appreciate that, or man, that really worked, that's it. That's all I need. That's the money stuff. It just goes back into the channel. Sometimes it's back into the gas tank so I can go fishing, but that's just how I see things anyway.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
We are, if you stop and think about it, we are rich.
Oh yeah. If you got a roof over your head, and a couple meals a day, or at least a meal a day, you're rich. You're comparing yourself to other people here and not other people elsewhere in the world.
That's home life. I'm talking about we're rich here on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we're all rich here on YouTube. Yeah.
I mean, I got to meet Roger. I probably wouldn't have met him if it wasn't for YouTube. Skip, on the other hand, that's a little different. I'd have to run across him on the river. And we ain't gonna talk about Zach. He don't even wave at you when he goes by. I mean, he's just that way. Sitting down there out fishing on the river. Yeah, we had to holler at him on a live to even get his attention. He just floated right on by. But he didn't know it was us. He didn't know. I think
there's always somebody down there fishing.
Yeah, that's what I said. He didn't even know it was us, and he floated right on by. I thought he was hanging his laundry out because he took a towel and throwed it up over his railings. Man, that guy's out there swimming. I said, look at that. Then after he got there and come back, it was his towel he had hanging up there. I was right on part of it. But yeah, I didn't even know who he was until I saw him on live. Yeah. His background picture what gave him away.
It was the wall that was behind us that says
yeah. When he mentioned about the wall.
What I noticed is when I got on here and started doing some of the lives and then being part of lives, like, be coming up here on your channel, and I consider you guys, like Ernie, I consider you my friend. you know, and I'll even catch myself in talking, you know, average conversation with other people. I'll say my friend on YouTube, and then I'll say, you know, one of y'all's names, whether, you know, it's Ernie or you Muskrat, or, you know, Jody, or any of the people that we watch and interact with and stuff. And what's funny is my wife goes, you got 10 times more friends on YouTube than you got in real life. And I said, yeah, that's just because everybody on YouTube ain't figured out I'm an asshole yet. What do you want? I'm being molested.
Oh,
She's wanting
easy.
to love on daddy.
She just woke up. I think she wants out. So I'm going to go take care of my dog, guys.
All right, guys.
Thanks for letting me jump up with you, Ernie. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
You know, I'm back, everybody. So
Well, it's great talking to you, brother.
yeah, you guys take care. Have a blessed day, and I'll catch your show on Monday.
All right, buddy.
Bye, Chrissy.
You hear him? He said, bye, Chrissy.
We'll see you guys.
She's in there watching it in the kitchen.
You guys have a blessed day. Take care.
You too,
Thanks,
bud.
buddy. You too.
Let's see. Somebody come in there. That was Tanya. Welcome in, Tanya. Little sis. I hope she's taking care of the little guy there. I know it's like taking care of your own son. He's probably sitting back there asleep.
I seen somebody say something about Ohio State 3:30. Yeah, we got that Ohio State game today too.
Yeah, it was Valerie.
I think they play Maryland today. Should be a pretty easy win, hopefully. But next weekend's the Michigan game. We gotta be fishing during that game.
Say, Jimmy, appreciate you coming in.
Hopefully, Ohio take home the win in both the river and the football field.
I think the tournament's 9 o'clock, Jimmy.
Yeah, I believe so.
On Palmetto's channel. S&T, good morning, brother. Yes, it's
Ernie,
May.
sorry we kind of hijacked your show, man.
Oh, you all right? We was on for over 11 hours yesterday.
I know. I saw it pop up a couple different times. I'm like, man, they're still at it. But,
yeah, got it. And then after I got off, I went in. I can't remember. I think I fixed me a bag of popcorn, got me a thing of water, and went to the bedroom. I'm going to bed and watch TV. Well, I got back here, started watching TV, and Chrissy stayed on. After that, she went on. Her and some girls got there talking, and they was on there till after 1 o'clock. Misty and Eric.
No, it was just Missy last night. If that's what you're talking
Yeah, that's what we was talking about.
Okay, no, I was just talking to Missy on the phone.
Oh, you was just talking to Missy on the phone. I thought y'all was on the computer.
No, we shut that live down at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we shut the live down at 7. Ain't nothing to do. Might as well do a live.
Missy called me on the phone last night.
Are you all right, Double Hook? Good to have you back, buddy.
Well, I'm going to hop off here, buddy. I got to get busy, and I don't know if you guys are going to stay live or if you guys are going over to Kevin's to watch the tournament.
Yeah, we probably will shut this down and go over there and see what's going on. Got 27 great people in here to hanging out this morning.
Well, we could do that over there and watch fishing.
Yep.
So, all right, but hey, I appreciate you letting me come up. Like you know that with me driving, it's a lot safer for me to try to just talk and enjoy everybody.
We don't want nothing to happen to you, man. That's why I throw that link out there for you. I know what you're doing.
Yeah. Anybody I missed in chat, I apologize. I was driving. I couldn't read chat. So if you said hello, I say hello. If you had a question, I missed it.
I didn't see no questions for you in there. I'd have relayed them.
Gotcha.
All right,
right.
we'll catch y'all over at Palm Meadows. Appreciate everybody coming in. We'll probably go live again later today. Everybody take care. Have a good one. Be safe. We'll see you on the next one. As like Mr. Duggar says, Ernie loves y'all. Yeah.